Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video. Until in the last video, I previewed the 2023 MotoGP season. This time, I'm going to be reviewing both the Moto2 and Moto3 seasons. And please mind me. With the lowering the voice. It is currently, as I'm recording this, about quarter to 11 at night on a Sunday, as I'm recording this. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. It looks like if it looks like possibly that that you might have this review, maybe both the MotoGP review preview and this video probably come out after the Portuguese Grand Prix, which is happening in about a few hours time as I'm recording this. So yeah, and I'm gonna try and do this as quickly as possible because I actually have work tomorrow very early in the morning as I'm recording this. So I'm gonna have to get through this quite quickly. So let's pretty much get into this thing. So we'll start off with Moto2. Of course, the reigning Moto2 World Champion in Augusto Fernandez, he has moved from Moto2 to the top class in MotoGP. We have currently got the five main contenders that everyone's talking about who will contend for the Moto2 World Championship currently are the young gun himself, Pedro Acosta, on the Red Bull KTM IO team, Aaron Canet on board the Pons team, Tony Arbolino from the Alpha Mark VDS team, Ogura on the Honda Team Asia team, and Alonso Lopez on the Speed Up team. Highly appropriately, that second, third, fourth, and fifth in the championship last year are considered favourites for the championship again. And also, just to note as well for Alonso Lopez, he did finish 8th in the championship with 155.5 points, albeit he did miss the first 6 races. I think I have to check. I have to maybe look this up after the video after this video is out. But I think he was out due to injury. I think, but unfortunately, So moving on to pre-season, obviously, out of the 3 days of testing, which is combined for Moto2 and Moto3 at Portimao, Pedro Acosta ended up top fastest with a 141.907, which is the fastest out of the 3 days. Then it was Didier, I fancy say his name. He was in second. Aaron Canet third. Chandra in fourth. Sam Lowe's in fifth. Tony Arbolino in sixth. Ben Snyder in seventh. Barry Bultis in eighth. Jake Dixon in ninth, and Albert Arenas in rounded out the top 10. Of course, the top 15 was separated separated by under a second. Most notable ones, just Celestino Vietti, he finished 13th quickest in testing. Alonso Lopez finished 5th, ended 15th. And then I recorded the top 3, the 3 that moved up from Moto3. Sergio Garcia was the best of them in 17th. Dennis Foggia in 21st. And reigning Moto3 World Champion Ivan Guevara ended up P28 in that. So yeah, so those were the results from the main sort of test, from the main test of Portimao. My predictions, I believe that in his second season in Moto2, I think it's to get over the year of Pedro Acosta again. I think he will win the championship. I won't be surprised if he wins maybe 8 or 9 races. I won't be surprised about that, but it's turned pretty even, the Moto2 World Championship in its current state right now. So I won't be surprised if he gets between 6 to 8 wins this season. Yeah, the biggest surprise, I think it will be Chandra on the, I would assume, as Ogura's teammate. For some reason, I need to check this out. I don't think Ogura didn't compete in preseason testing. I'll have to maybe look it up, but I don't know if he was injured before then or something like that. Something else happened. I don't know. But yeah, but I didn't hear any. I haven't heard anything. I've checked it, and I can't remember the time where I've checked on my social and it's something to do with Ogura missing the preseason test, so I don't know anything about that. But Chandra, I think he's, from what I've heard in Moto2, he's been slowly getting better, and I think that I won't be surprised if he is in amongst that lead group of Acosta, Canet, Arbolino, Lopez, and even with his teammate Ogura. Yeah, I won't be surprised if he gets in that fight. The disappointment, I had to choose one team, and I believe that team will be marked VDS. Not from Arbolino's side. I think he'll be a title contender. No doubt about it. I think he'll win multiple races, claim multiple podiums, maybe multiple pole positions, so on and so forth. But unfortunately, I think Sam Lowe's is probably turned it from probably a couple of years ago from the main guy over there to probably the weak link over there. So probably the weak link over there, even though I think he finished somewhere between 5th or 6th. Sixth. I think he was 6th or 7th in the championship. So it's unfortunate really, but it's pretty much true for them, and yeah, so yeah, it's pretty much in that, and probably that might be them make it costs. I still think that they'll finish maybe somewhere, maybe top 3, maybe in the championship. Maybe in 3rd, maybe behind maybe Honda Team Asia, and probably still behind Red Bull KTM. But but I believe that they'll probably be the disappointment of the year. And the bold prediction here, I think that Pedro Acosta, Ogura, and a 3rd rider in this class this year are going to go up to MotoGP in 2024. It's obvious. I think Pedro Acosta. I think Pedro Acosta. I think with the Gas Tech Free team, if of course you guys don't know, Paul Spargaro, it suffered a massive crash and all that, but somebody, he's a once in a generation talent. Someone out of the MotoGP team, out of the Gas Factory team and the Red Bull KTM team has to move out, and I don't think they want to let go of Augusto Fernandez if he has a season that he goes better than what everyone else thinks. I think Pole's gonna be one that is out there, and then other than that, I don't know where else he can go, to be honest with you. I don't know where else that pole can go after this. So possibly, yeah. Ogura, there's only one place only is going to go. That's LCR. So if Takanakagami has a poor 2023 season, then there's more of a chance that probably he is out. Ogura is in. There was much rumours that was going to happen this year, but I think they'll more happen next year, I believe. And the third rider, you guys might be asking, who do I think is that third rider? I don't think it's either out of Canet, Arbolino, or Lopez. For some reason, I can see Lopez being MotoGP. For some reason, I can see him be in MotoGP in 2024 than Canet and Arbolino. Because he proved it in the second half of the season. I remember when he won. I remember watching the race he won in Moto2. I think it was a Phillip Island, I believe it was, in dominant fashion. In very dominant fashion. I remember halfway through the race, he was like 5 seconds in front of everybody else halfway through the race. That's how dominant he was. And I think if he finishes top 3 in the championship and wins multiple races this year, then I won't be surprised if maybe I don't know. Trying to think of a team, maybe, I don't know, someone like maybe, I don't know, maybe, I'm trying to think of a team here, maybe someone like maybe Grassini if DJ Antonio wants to move on from the team. If, for example, Alex Marquez thinks, after 1 year it's not going to work out, maybe Lopez goes there, or because of other teams, I don't see Yamaha really there. I don't see KTM flipping the decks. The only time it's going to be changed to decks is with Acosta. Honda, I don't see much unless it's Ogura. And then Ducati is probably the only one, but yeah. But I believe that there's going to be a third rider in that, and at the moment I think it's Alonso Lopez, who I believe will be the one that will go into MotoGP in 2024. So my bold prediction is Acosta, Ogura, and a third rider, which in this case is Lopez, to move up to MotoGP in 2024. Now let's move on to Moto3. So the 5 main contenders for the championship in Moto3 at this moment are Ayumi Sasaki on the intact Asmana GP team, Jaume Masia on the Leopard racing Honda, Denis Oncu on the Red Bull KTM IO team, Riccardo Rossi on the 658 Quadra Course team, and Diogo Mortara, Mora, I believe, yeah, Diego Mora, I believe they say. I think solid I in there as well. Part of the MSI team. So, and I don't know why everyone's been. Well, I don't think everyone's been saying it, but I don't know why Riccardo Rossi's in this conversation, despite him finishing 14th in the championship last year. I don't know why. Because the main rivals, obviously the main 3 scurvy contenders are going to be Sasaki, Masia, and Oncu, who finished 4th, 5th, and 6th in the championship. Of course, obviously the top 3 last year, Guevara, Foggia and Garcia are all moved up to Moto2. So out of the preseason test, Riccardo Rossi maybe said maybe everyone was right in saying that I am in contention for this Moto3 championship. Through setting a time of 147.211 to top to be fastest in the combined times out of the 3 days of testing. Ruda in second, Munoz in third, Asumi Sasaki in fourth, Romano Fenati in fifth, Holgado in sixth, Tatsuki Suzuki in seventh, Ogden in eighth, Mora in ninth, and Alonso to round out the top 10. With the other ones basically, the only Aussie in the field, Joel Kelso, ended up 13th quickest, 7/10 behind Rossi. Dennis Oncu and the 15th quickest, while Jaume Masia was 19th quickest, albeit 8/10 behind Riccardo Rossi. So 19 or more bikes were, 20 or so were in a second. So that is pretty tight again amongst the Moto3 field this year, which for some reason just gets tighter and tighter and tighter every year. My pick to become champion, I think it'll be Jaume Masia. I think he's, because the last couple of years that he's been on been in the Red Bull KTM team, of course we had Pedro Acosta. In 2021, and then sorry about that, guys. We had and then we had last year some others as well in Moto. They've of course moved now, obviously in Moto2. So I believe that Masia, and of course historically we all know that the Leopard bikes have been the best. They've been some of the best bikes in the field, but have not turned that into championship challenging bikes in the past. Hopefully from Masia with his experience on the Moto3 bikes, and then obviously with Leopard having the best bike, hopefully it will get him into a championship run in 2023. The biggest surprise, I believe it'll be Diogo Mora. I think that he surprised a lot of people, and I think 2022 was his first season, and he finished 8th in the championship. I won't be surprised if he gets a win. If he gets a win this season, if he's on the podium, contending for podiums regularly, contending for podiums regularly, and obviously, and maybe do an unlikely title run as well. I think it's his second season. Disappointment. I think it'll be Riccardo Rossi. I have a feeling that he probably won't do as well as won't live up to expectations. Don't get me wrong. I think he'll have maybe a win in him at some stage in the season, but I think he might not, get to live up to expectations that he should, I believe, in my personal opinion. And the bold prediction, I think, this is the big one, I believe. 3 riders will be separated by under 10 points going into the Valencia finale. So, in other words, I think three riders will be a three-way fight going into the finale at Valencia. The three riders, I think it's going to be obvious. I think it's going to be Sasaki, Masia, and Oncu, and I believe Masia. And judging by my pick, I believe Masia will end that as world champion. I think, and then as another bold prediction. In a bold prediction, maybe Masia goes up to Moto2. Goes up to Moto2 maybe with a big team, possibly. So yeah. Or if I have a feeling that if Sasaki wins, and if it's true that Ogura goes up to MotoGP, it's just going to be a no-brainer that Sasaki might be the Ogura replacement at Honda Team Asia. That's what I think in that case. So again, my bold prediction: three riders, which would be Sasaki, Masia, and Oncu, to fight it out in the to be in contention to win the championship at the final race at Valencia, in my opinion. So that is just about it for this video. Just want to do this very quickly. Like this video, shares to anybody who is a Moto2 fan or a Moto3 fan. Comment down below who is your tip to win the world championship in all three classes. Do you think it'll be Quartararo, Ogura, and Masia, or three riders that are completely different? I'd love to hear your opinions. And one last thing, somewhere down there, click on the big red button which is labeled subscribe. I'm gonna end this video now because I'm gonna go have a shower and get into bed for a long day of work tomorrow. So until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later, wherever you may be. May the sun or the moon shine on your favorite rider in 2023.